It's gonna be the first one.
Guess I better pull up my phone so I can record this. Already got a like. I guess that's you.
No. Somebody gave me a thumbs up already, which is awesome. I love having that little mic right there.
There we go. What did you find us?
Lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink. Yeah, I'm literally like so over Walmart and their nightclub mentality.
Dude, I keep thinking of we need to meet up and you walk by now, don't even say anything, and I'm just sitting there dancing.
Morning. I cannot wrap my head around it because even if I wasn't shooting videos, it would just annoy me because
it is loud.
It's too loud. I don't get it, and it's not like if you go to the Walmart in Athens, like they'll have music playing, but it's at a normal volume. You know, it's
this one's probably the worst.
But see, we can hear music here.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But you're not having to scream.
It's ambiance.
Yeah.
It's not.
What's up, Rob?
Rocking out.
It's like going into a freaking nightclub. I mean, parts of me wants to like just get a bedazzled shirt, glasses, and walk around with a strobe, and it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't get it. What's up, buddy? Josh with the Winzilla reboot. We did a live yesterday.
I caught the very tail end of it last night.
That was so much fun. Good cause, animal rescue. Big shout out to everybody that participated in it, and for Josh putting it together. Josh actually sent me a picture this morning of a dude that I can't remember the name, but he's customizing a bat cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to break some out because
inspiration.
It was. I wanted to do a red one for the barbecue G.I. Joe, and I couldn't really envision the color in my head until I saw that picture. I was like, okay, now I know what it looked like red.
There you go.
But he's got like big old guns on it. I mean, it looks wicked cool. Morning. Switch 626. I love watching people's names. Me too. Well, welcome from across the pond in the UK. I love it. That's the one thing I love about YouTube. It doesn't matter where you're at. I mean, it truly does not matter. Favorite movie moment of all time? Dean, I've not seen you ask those questions in a long time. Favorite movie moment? See, I can't do all time.
Yeah.
I can do favorite ones of an individual movie.
Yeah.
Like for me, my favorite one in Die Hard is when he's in the air conditioning shaft.
Mm-hmm.
Come to LA,
Have a good time.
Have a good time. I mean, that's like the best line out of that whole movie. So, good morning, Ricky. So yeah, for all time, no, I can't do because I don't think there has been one all time greatest line.
That's hard. Well, since I'm a Star Wars nerd, I'm going to go Empire Strikes Back, not the one you're thinking of. When Yoda pulls the X-Wing out of the swamp. The do or do not, there is no trying.
Did they ever do a Funko Pop of that scene of the X-Wing and Yoda?
Seems like they did.
Because, that would be...
Or I know they at least did Yoda's hut. If they didn't, they really should.
Oh, I mean...
I know they did a play set of it. Like a 3 3/4. I think it was a Toys R Us exclusive.
See, I always thought it'd be a good movie moment for Funko to do the Die Hard scene in the air conditioning.
That could be fun.
I mean, he had like a little lighter in his hand,
I've seen people do the Christmas ornament where you just take a piece of tinfoil or something and make a square and stick the picture of them in there.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, because I mean, there's so many like good lines. Who hasn't seen Star
Yes, you are.
Wars? Huh. Huh. Hasn't seen Star Wars.
No, I know lots of people that haven't seen Star Wars.
Yeah. They did do the yet to see it? Okay, cool.
Okay.
Hey, there's so many flipping toys out there that I meant to bring it with me today, but I actually found a magazine / book, G.I. Joe stuff from 1964. It's all it's got evidently these group of G.I. Joe fans, fanatics, whatever, collectors. I think it was like over 100 names on the inside of the book. Put all this together, but it's actually like really, it looks like a catalog.
Definitive guide.
It's sort of like a guide.
Gotcha.
It doesn't have everything per se in it, but there's a lot of things in there that it goes through all the years. But I think it's like, I want to say 64 through, it doesn't have like, it's all the 12-inch stuff.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of, I was going through it and I was like, oh, I remember that. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, that was cool.
Just a little before my time. I was 3 3/4 G.I. Joe guy.
What's up? Well, me and Josh and Johnny and Craig was talking about 3 3/4 last night because I've completed the assembly and the overall paint of the 1/12 scale Sherman tank.
I saw the picture.
And that was one of the big things that if you're into 3 3/4, you all have an abundance of accessories.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. There is
It's easier to do.
huge amount. But 6-inch, 7-inch, 6 scale, you really don't. So I wanted a tank for 12 scale. What do you got to do? Got to print the silly sucker, But it's turning out pretty good overall. But there's a group I just joined, 1/6 scale military or 1/6 scale war machine. And that's all it is 6 scale tanks, trucks, jeeps, whatever. It is amazing to me the diligence, the years that it takes some of these guys to create one vehicle. Like I was watching this one guy, he basically has fabricated the entire thing, 3D printed just a massive amounts of parts, but every single component on it is on it. Like even inside the engine, all the crank, the cam, everything, the drivetrain, all this stuff is, and you don't even see it, but it's there. And I think he's worked on it for like 4 years. And I'm just like,
That's
wow.
impressive. I was watching something on YouTube last night. It was the Rebel something. I can't remember the YouTube site. But he created the Mandalorian's Naboo starfighter.
Yeah.
And that thing looked incredible.
Actually,
so cool.
I actually have that file.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I got it from Galactic Armory.
Okay. Yeah, this was somebody
I haven't
else.
attempted to print it yet.
It turned out great. But he had a resin printer, though.
Resin printers, I was actually talking again last night. That's one of the things that it may be coming to the collection finally. It may be time to add a resin printer to the print farm.
I just can't pull the trigger on it. I'm like, I just don't know if I have the patience for it.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, and it doesn't matter. I mean, it all depends on how much time you got. One of the things I feel like, number one, it's a little cheaper. It's a little less. It's a little more forgiving. Blah blah blah. And you have a little bit more versatility. Get a PLA printer first.
Yeah, that's what I was
like an Ender 3 or something like that. To where it doesn't break the bank. It's they're less than $200. They're a smaller style printer. Yeah, you're not going to print a whole helmet on it, but you can learn a lot of the basics. And so what I'm hoping is now that I've spent so much time with the PLA stuff, that my learning curve, because I've been watching, well, ever since I got my first CR10 printer, I've been just binge watching everything resin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm following probably 100 people
Wow.
on YouTube right now. That's all they do is resin stuff. So, and then a guy that I work with who used to be my manager, he actually does Warhammer resin prints. And oh my God, Eli, I don't even know. It's hard enough for me to paint something 12 scale.
Yeah.
I don't know how in the world he does such a great job. And even Josh with his custom stuff, him and Johnny.
That is not a skill I possess.
No, I suck at paint. I mean, I try, but the understanding all that stuff. So the one thing that we're all missing is, you know, if you want weapons, you have to get what comes with the figure, or buy like Gun Runners. They have a really good, you know, production line of real weaponry. But that's one of the reasons I'm thinking of along that line is some of the more smaller 12 scale, 6 scale weaponry, things like that. The little things. His name isn't Joe.
It was Joe.
I missed everything on that.
I don't know. I'll have to go back and look.
I'm trying, Josh. I'm trying. I mean, it's I'm not at y'all's level yet. That's a whole nother level of passion, you know, to take a figure and completely customize it. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't know till last night. Josh was talking on the McFarlane figures. Mm-hmm. He actually created a thigh swivel.
Oh wow!
And come to find out, it's the way the peg is done. Mm-hmm. You can actually like create a thigh swivel just by cutting it.
Cool.
I would have never done that.
Hey, Joe
yes. He's on a work trip. So we had a birthday week, we had a work trip week, we had an anniversary week. So this is the second week. He probably won't be here again next week. Week after, maybe? Yeah.
I will not be here a week after.
Because you're going to be
doing a yard sale.
But you got a trip planned, though.
That's first week of May.
Okay.
That I'm going to be at Disney World.
What is the one thing you have to pick up while you're at Disney that's Star Wars related? If there is something. I mean, like, literally, you can only pick that one thing up.
I try to get a lightsaber every time I go.
What are they, like, $200, $300? What are they?
For just the hilt, it's around $150 or so.
Like a complete thing. Like,
but if you want a blade to go with it, which I already have several blades, so I don't need any more. But the blades are, I want to say 75, something like that. So yeah, about $220 or so, $225.
You get the case for free though if you buy the blade, right? Or do you got to buy that case that you carried around with?
Well, the legacy lightsabers, which are the replicas of the ones from the movies, they come in a little box.
Right.
And then the blade just comes in a
But the ones you make,
they're supposed to come in this long black padded sheath, basically. There was a whole controversy a few months ago. They ran out of them, or were just giving people plastic bags.
Oh, heck no.
And they're like, wait a second, we paid $250 for this. You're going to give me a cheap plastic bag instead of the nice padded sheath we were promised? So they knocked like 10-15% off the price. Finally,
wow.
After people revolted.
To me, that would be one of the cool things about getting it.
And they have actually even nicer ones in one of the gift shops.
Jordan made one. Jordan's got a really cool YouTube channel. Yeah, that's to me though. If I was going to go, like, that would be like, here's the crazy thing. I do not own any lightsabers. Like, not one.
Wow. That surprises me.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Do I need to pick you one up while I'm down there?
Well, here's the thing though. Like, if I went to Galaxy Edge, I would definitely want to make me one.
Yeah. Have you ever watched?
Oh, I've watched so many.
Yeah. I mean, just to be in there and experience it, would be worth the price to me, but I still haven't done it.
To me as well. There was one guy I watched his YouTube video, which he actually took his camera in there, and it showed everything, and I was just like, this is like worth the price of admission.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Because it's almost like it's one thing to go down here to GameStop and buy like the Darksaber,
yeah,
which is a good lightsaber.
which I want.
But another thing, it's just you're going into a resale store.
Yeah.
Or if you order it from Amazon or whatever, but it's almost like going to a dinner and a show.
Exactly. It's a
I
interactive drama, I guess.
Yeah, I mean the lighting, the effects, the background, everything. I mean, I don't know exactly. I'm sure that it's not a hour-long experience. It's probably like 15 minutes if I had to guess. 20, 30?
Probably about 20, 25 minutes.
Because a lot of people.
I mean, there's a lot of people in there, and there's a lot of pieces, and you have to sit there and fiddle around and figure out which ones you want.
You sort of pick your kit before you go in, though, right?
You pick a theme, and then each theme has multiple pieces you can select from.
Oh, that's right, because the one that I liked was had the horn.
Yeah,
that's on the bottom.
That's the elemental nature one.
That one was pretty cool. Do you think they'll ever do a Darksaber option? Or anything Mandalorian or...
Just because the Darksaber is such a unique shape.
I know, that's what make it cool. Can you imagine you could build one?
Yeah, I mean, you can buy one, but you can't build one. I mean, they have, I think there's 4. I don't remember the actual names of them, but there's the Dark Side one, there's a Jedi one, there's an Old Republic one, and then there's the Nature one.
See, that's I will say, though, that the Darksaber to me is the coolest lightsaber.
Yeah. And they have one at Galaxy's Edge, but I've compared, and the Hasbro one, Black Series one, is actually better looking and more accurate, more screen accurate. So I think I'm gonna pick that one up if I can ever find one.
Yeah, you're talking. The crazy part about it is you'll pay just about as much for a Hasbro one as you will to actually.
A little bit more, actually. But in the case of the Darksaber, I mean, it comes with the blade and everything, and the one at Galaxy's Edge, it only comes with the blade as well because it's a unique blade. The regular blades don't work in it.
Yeah. Now I will say I think it's Ultra Sabers. You see them at cons a lot.
Yeah.
Now they make some really awesome, but they actually make the fighting sabers.
Yeah.
And that's the type of saber I would want. I would want one that would be durable enough to actually spar with.
You need it'll be a cheaper option, but they have like these blind bag ones basically where you just say, send me whatever you got. And it's a hilt and a blade, but it's one of the nice ones, but it's just, you can kind of like, if you got this, I'd like to have this. And it's like their extras or whatever. Yeah. You can get it at a pretty good discount.
That's true. I remember seeing those on their website last year. I think I was really looking hard since there was no cons or nothing. I think it just came up on my feed or something. And I was like, well, I ain't been to their site in a while, but that goes back to the favorite moments in movies. But Big Bang Theory, when Sheldon had his glow stick and Leonard comes out with a lightsaber. This is the glow stick. But yeah, that is the one thing I've yet to acquire. I mean,
let's see.
I'm more into the blasters,
No blasters. That's a Disney thing. No guns.
Which I find that ironic that all the stormtroopers walk around with blasters.
Yeah, they have their bunch of rifles, but you can't buy one.
Which I get it. I mean, of course, Disney's for kids. Everything toy related is for the children.
For the children.
But my big thing though is like I'm really getting halfway obsessed with this large scale vehicle stuff. I've got a sneaky feeling that my channel may start doing a pivot because you can't find any of this stuff.
I have to get in the attic because I have a 6 inch scale. I have a 6 inch scale Warthog from years ago.
Oh, it's nothing
McFarlane did. McFarlane did them years ago.
Did you know that there's a a 6th scale warthog.
I haven't seen the 6 scale warthog.
I saw it on the group.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, where was this thing at?
Wow.
It's for 12-inch figures. And I've never seen a 12-inch Halo figure. Other than the cheap little like Titan series.
I've got one. I've got I guess it was McFarlane. Again, this was all stuff I got like 15 years ago when Halo 3 and Halo Reach and all that came out. But I've got like about that big, and it's super articulated. Master Chief.
Speaking of Master Chief, have you got to watch?
I saw the first episode because it was on YouTube for free. I've played every Halo game. I'm like, what in the world is happening? Like, this isn't Halo. Like, this isn't what happens. I've read some of the novels. I'm like, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, because like the whole, it's almost like, and I'm going to tell you right now, spoilers, because the only way you can watch it if you got Paramount Plus.
Yeah, which I need to get.
I love Paramount Plus because the new Star Trek show is starting in May, Strange Worlds, which can't wait for that.
Did you see the Picard announcement? Season 3.
Oh,
it's basically the next generation is all coming back.
I
entire cast.
I love Picard. I mean, it's totally weird, different one, especially the one of the last ones with the alien queen, the Borg queen.
Oh, I love. Yeah. First Contact's my favorite.
Oh, it is. But to me, what's weird with the Halo series, it's all of a sudden the Master Chief is like on the outs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like everybody's after him. Like
what the heck is going on? Master Chief is like the pinnacle of the UNSC. He's going to save everyone. Now he's a fugitive.
Right.
Like, what is going on?
Because I was doing the same thing before the fall of Reach. Ooh.
Yeah.
But see, that's weird though. But I've played when I was gaming. Halo was one of the games to play.
Halo 3 was my jam.
And nothing about anything in the game had Master Chief that I remember.
Okay, this is a nitpick for me. But the whole thing where they keep going into his helmet, you're doing the first person perspective. I'm like, come on, guys. They did that in Doom and it sucked. Don't do that.
Well, it looks better in Halo than it did Doom.
Still.
But it's still
kind of cheesy.
But I think they're doing it because of the game.
Oh, that's exactly why they're doing it. But I'm like, just do a TV show. So forget that it's a video game and just tell the story.
Good morning.
Morning.
The creatures, the
Covenant.
Covenant, thank you. Those look cool. The brutes.
Yeah.
They look cool.
So, I don't think I've seen a brute.
Isn't that the ones that in the very beginning when they attacked?
Those are the elites.
The elites, that's right.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I played Halo. But yeah, so that's the part that's weird because he's using a Covenant device that's helping him do things.
Yeah, which that's not too unusual.
Right. But then all of a sudden...
Like I said, I've only seen the first episode. So is Cortana just a clone and not an AI, or are they...
Okay, I mean, I'll tell you what I know about the second episode. So...
I think the third one just came out.
It did. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
So, you know the doctor.
Yeah.
She's Cortana.
Halsey, right? Yeah.
Halsey. So, they captured... Master Chief gave himself up.
Okay.
So, he's in handcuffs.
Gotcha.
The second episode. And it's weird, but it's almost like they're going to reprogram him and put Cortana is going to start, basically telling him what to do.
Okay.
And it shows Cortana, but it's Dr. Halsey's body.
Yeah.
So it's like a clone.
In the video games, the AI of Cortana is based on Halsey as well.
Yes. So that part is following.
But I'm like, why is it a clone instead of an AI? That doesn't make sense to me.
Yes, third episode, which I'm going to watch that tonight, goes into the Cortana part. But I'm digging it. I think here's the crazy part. Here's Paramount Plus, CBS.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Discovery, which was a great show.
I saw
There's like 3 seasons of it.
First, they showed like the first 2 episodes as a movie on CBS. I saw that. It was really good. But
you got Picard. Now you've got Strange World coming out.
Strange New World.
Halo.
Have you watched Below Decks?
Below Decks.
It's the animated Star Trek.
Oh, not yet, not yet.
It's hilarious.
To me, it reminds me almost like Bender. What was that?
Futurama.
Futurama. That's sort of what I was thinking.
It's kind of that.
But I just think it's funny that you have a lot of these streaming services are actually putting out better content than Hollywood is.
Yeah.
I mean,
they are
from the perspective of
the big networks and everything.
Yeah, I mean, why go pay? I mean, because
I have seriously considered just cutting off my cable because I don't watch anything on cable hardly anymore.
We cut off cable like a year before the vid, and here's the thing about the Halo show: you don't even have to have ever played the game to enjoy the show. The show has some really good, it's just a good show.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's coming from a streaming service, and you don't have to pay, $80 to go sit in a seat and watch it on the big screen.
Exactly.
Little exaggeration, I know.
My wife likes that. She's not a theater goer.
I love going seeing movies. I really do.
Oh, I love it.
I honestly just, what actually is coming out that is one of those stay up and be the first in line to go see anymore. I mean,
Multiverse of Madness.
I mean,
I can't wait for that. That's my next big one.
Well, see, it's just like like I said, saw Spider-Man when it came out on Amazon Prime. I bought it, watched it at the house. And, I'll be honest with you, I was like, this is okay, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love No Way Home.
It was good. It's just, did I really want to see Tobey Maguire again? No, not really.
See,
if you haven't seen it yet, I'm sorry. It's been out for, a year? There's only one movie that legitimately, if I was going to go to a movie theater to see it, it would be Maverick.
Oh, yeah, that's still coming out.
Yeah, that one to me.
Wasn't that supposed to come out in
2
years ago?
Yeah. But for me, because of the real effects, there's no CG in it. Like,
I know.
There's one
Tom
CG
Cruise
part.
is insane because he learned to fly a jet fighter for this movie.
Yeah. Well, see, every single person in it, they're sitting in the rear seat.
Yeah.
But you don't know it because you can't really tell. But there's like 6 cameras in front of them. But they're really experiencing all the G-forces and everything. And to actually do that as a motion picture, that's how you do a motion picture.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm an IT guy. I'm not a CG guy, but I mean, you can do anything with CG.
Oh, yeah.
But to sit there and take real F-18s and stuff, a real aircraft carrier, real Navy personnel, seeing them actually getting launched, off the catapult. But the effects of that movie where they're doing this right here, doing the dogfighting and stuff, to me on the big screen, that would be the ideal big screen movie.
Yeah.
It'd almost be a good IMAX movie. It'd probably be a really good IMAX movie.
Sure it is an IMAX.
And thank God it's not 3D, because that'd be a puker.
I can't do 3D. I'm glad that fad kind of faded out. I get a headache every time I want to see a 3D movie.
I'm actually waiting. I'm curious as to when we're going to get our first VR movie.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened.
There's been some VR stuff, but I mean, a legitimate immersion into VR. Imagine Spider-Man Far From Home in VR.
No. No.
That would be insane.
It would have to come with a bucket.
Imagine Maverick in VR.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a really cool experience.
Yeah.
It would. You definitely couldn't walk. You'd have to be just. Which
they used to have these things in the mall here, the virtual roller coasters and all that kind of stuff.
Those were so awesome.
I never did one.
There was a flying one that was really cool because it's like you weren't in a cockpit. It's like you were Superman.
Oh, okay.
You could see But yeah, I expect that probably.
I'm sure somebody's working on it.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I was around when drive-ins died, and it truthfully would surprise me if theaters in the next 10 years just went away.
It's entirely possible.
Because, number one, the price point's ridiculous. I mean, unless you go like to matinees or something.
I only go to matinees.
I mean, 2 people, time you buy tickets, drinks, popcorn, I mean, that's 40, 50 bucks. In some places, depending on where you live, it's even more.
Yeah.
I mean, like New York City,
We're
you're
lucky
probably
it's
100.
fairly cheap around here.
And, I mean, nowadays you can buy 70, 80-inch TVs for less than 300 bucks.
Well, and the same thing, movies come out on streaming within 45 days. I think Warner Brothers right now is saying all their movies that are released in theaters within 45 days are going to be on HBO Max or something.
Yeah.
So, like, the Batman that just came out is going to be on HBO Max in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And it ain't going to cost me nothing to go see it, except what I pay a month for HBO Max.
Yep.
Heading to Comic-Con. Nice, Chris.
Kent.
Oh, you going? Sweet. That's awesome, man. Ken will be coming down here in a couple of weeks. Me and him's going to be going to ICCC. Oh, I forgot about Moon Knight. That's another good one.
Moon Knight's really good.
Okay. We're going to talk about
It's a slow burn, but it's getting there.
Because I've only seen the first episode so far.
Okay.
And the first episode, honestly, was just weird.
Yeah.
It was like a psychotic episode weird.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, it was nothing, like, I know nothing about the character Moon Knight. So is this like a split personality thing? Because to me, it reminded me of Venom. Is it like this inside? I mean, how does he change into...
Basically, he had a split personality before he ever became Moon Knight, I believe. If I remember the comic correctly. I don't know if this is what they're doing in the
But
TV
how does
show.
he turn into... Or is that just something he's seen?
You find out in the second episode.
Okay.
I'll tell you
It's just, I don't know, man. I was just like...
The big bird head skull dude.
Yeah.
He's...
Which reminds me of freaking...
I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it.
Resident Evil. Or no, Silent Hill.
Silent Hill. Oh, the big metal head.
Yeah, the little pyramid head dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Dan, I know. I just think it's... I will say this, though. After watching that guy, which I can't remember his name, playing his psychotic stuff in Moon Knight, I'm thinking...
Oscar Isaac?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Moon Knight.
He would have made a good Joker. Because the way he's like...
Okay, sure.
I could see him playing a Joker character. I mean, because he was really selling the I'm back crap crazy.
He's a great actor. It's Poe Dameron from Force Awakens.
Oh my God, it was Poe.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I was watching, I was like, where'd I know this dude from? Because it doesn't, of course he's older.
Well, and the accent kind of throws you.
But I mean.
And I will say he's got the weirdest British accent I've ever heard.
He does. But he really convinced me that he was back crap crazy.
He is.
And the whole freaking the head bad guy with the cane.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Ethan Hawke's the actor.
Yes, because he was in the Magnificent Seven movie with Denzel Washington. And,
okay.
But yeah, the whole scale, cane thing, and him, I guess, sucking the life energy out of you. I was like, okay.
But it's funny too. Like it's got some good humor.
Oh, it does. It does. I mean, when he's out in the middle of the square, and like he's completely like, what is going on?
Yeah.
To me, the funny part's when he woke up, laying on the ground, and
his jaws dislocated.
Just like, I'm like, that is so funny, in a really weird way, but it was funny. So,
yeah, the second episode pretty much explains. And I think the third episode's probably going to be the origin.
But see, that's what I like about seeing shows like that, because, I mean, come on. there's tons of stuff about Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, but now to get these other characters like Moon Knight and the pops that are coming out look awesome.
I'm definitely going to get the Legends figure.
The Legend figure looks great.
So I guess you haven't seen, there's 2 suits for Moon Knight. There's like the superhero cape and everything,
right.
But there's one, it's called Mr. Knight.
Oh.
And it shows up in the 2nd episode, but it's like,
is it like in a business
some
suit?
all-white business
yeah,
suit.
Yeah. I've seen the pictures of that.
Yeah. Well, that one shows up in the 2nd episode.
Which to me, see, that's cool.
It's very cool, and it's the way it happens is funny. But again, no spoilers.
Hey, here's the thing. You know, number one, I've never been a spoilers guy. Because I don't care if you tell me the ending of a movie or a show, and if you watch it, you're still gonna pick up on something. Because let me tell you something, I pick up on things every time I rewatch it.
Yeah.
Like the silly things.
I actually had was it The Sixth Sense, the Bruce Willis movie? He's dead. Spoilers.
I see dead people.
I actually had that spoiled on the Oscars. But I hadn't seen the movie yet, so I forgot. Watched it. Then the moment happened, I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, wait a second, I already knew that. So how dumb am I?
Hey, there's a lot of people out there. Yeah, you throw them a spoiler. Oh God, man, they lose their biscuits really quick. But to me, it's like, I don't know, because unless you do, especially, I mean. Like, I can remember when The Matrix first came out. We went and saw it at midnight on a Thursday. And honestly, unless you went to see the movie itself, there was no spoiler.
No.
Because there wasn't really social media.
The internet was just really taking off.
It was a baby. It was a thumb-sucking baby back then. But if you don't...
Trailers back then didn't tell you the whole movie.
Well, here's the kicker. Okay, I'm going to use Maverick as an example.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's a remake.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same exact movie. They do the volleyball scenes. Goose's son is in it. I mean, he's got the mustache like Goose. I mean, come on. It's
Maverick's
a complete
still a Maverick.
remake. It's just 20 years later.
And there's going to be some new prototype plane that they fly in that's like got space capabilities and low orbit capabilities.
That's literally the only new stuff.
Yeah.
They do the bar scene where they sing. They do the volleyball. They do the flybys. They do every single thing. He's got the same motorcycle, the same jacket.
It's Top Gun nostalgia.
It's Top Gun remake. The only thing about it is it's better. It's a better Top Gun. And that's just because
Iron Eagle is a better Top Gun.
Yeah.
I've always been an Iron Eagle guy.
And even Iceman's in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he's officially, but his picture's on the wall.
His picture, and he's the one that recruits Maverick.
And that whole thing with him where he just like, that was the weirdest moment in Top Gun. Remember they're in the locker room and Val Kilmer's like,
yeah.
I'm like, that will not happen in the military. I'm just saying, you're not going to have nobody come up to you and go,
That's weird.
Very weird, very weird. But see, that would be a movie to where, like, if someone said to you, "Hey, this happened in that movie," if you got upset over it, say that was a spoiler. Really? Have you not watched Top Gun?
True.
Just saying here. But I mean, that to me is like, if you don't want to know anything about it, you have to go on such a media blackout.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a Monday and you're not planning on seeing it for like 3 or 4 days,
Yeah.
if you get it spoiled for you, there's really no reason to get your feelings hurt. Because, hey, just think. Iron Eagle, Lou Gossett.
Lou Gossett Jr., yes.
Lou Gossett. How about, what was it? Was it Starfighter?
The Last Starfighter.
Last Starfighter.
I love that movie.
The Last Star, but it was so bad.
Oh yeah,
The
special effects are terrible, but I love it.
Enemy. Was
Enemy
it
Mine?
Enemy Mine? Lou Gossett Jr.
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually.
I saw something the other day. It was on crap, I can't remember the YouTube channel now. Retro Blasting. They were doing a 3 3/4 scale gun star. Some guy had like 3D printed it and was probably going to start like selling
Vector
them.
graphics. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, and that thing I've always wanted a gun star, so I'm looking forward to that.
I'm telling you, it's when you go back to some of the, because like whenever they redid the Star Wars movies, especially when they showed them on TV on like TBS or TNT, whenever you'd see the X-Wings and the TIE fighters, they always had like a square around them because of the way it digitally remastered.
Yeah. Like in the originals, you couldn't see it because the resolution just wasn't that good. Then they remastered it and like, oh, look at all these little special effects things.
But see, that's the part about, to me, what made movies great was
practical effects.
Practical effects, and that's what really got me turned on to Adam Savage. You know, because he worked for International Light and Magic.
Yeah.
He worked on Star Wars.
He worked on episodes 1 and 2
as a model builder, and to create these models. Again, you're considering the technology, and it was practical effects. I think they turned out some really amazing movies. Aliens, all the.
On the flip side of that, I was working from home Friday, or last Friday, and had the TV on, and Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold.
Oh my God!
I was like, oh, I remember these when I was a kid. These were awesome.
These are like, you know,
holy crap, this is terrible.
These are like the Indiana Jones B movies.
Exactly.
Firestar, Chuck Norris and Lou Gossett Jr. They did sort of an Indiana. I won't say Firestarter, but that was. But it was like an Indiana Jones movie.
I can't remember.
I think it's Fire something.
Help us out, Chad. I can't remember that one. But in this one, I'm like James Earl Jones is in this. Sharon Stone's in it. I'm like, this is so bad. Like the special effects. Bad. It's just like a projection screen, and they're like going down a canoe, and like.
I'm curious to see what the new Indiana Jones.
Elvira's in it.
That's right.
I saw her name. I'm like, isn't that Elvira?
Battle Beyond the Stars.
That's a good one.
I'm really curious to see what the new Indiana Jones movie is going to be about.
Yeah, like as far as I know, it's done shooting.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard anything about it.
Me either, but I'm excited for it because.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's better than the last one. But,
you know, here's the crazy part.
I mean, I didn't hate the last one, but.
The Indiana Jones stuff, to me, is number one. You're never going to beat Raiders.
Nah.
Even though,
Last Crusade was really good.
As Amy Farrah Fowler stated, it had no effect on the end of the movie.
I'll argue that. I will argue that.
Here's what you do: watch Raiders and apply that principle.
I have.
It's close. It's a close theory.
It's close, but if Indian hadn't been on the island with them, then the Ark would have stayed on the island.
They'd have still opened it.
Yeah, and they would have all been killed, and it would have just been stuck on the island.
Right.
And somebody else would have eventually found it. But Indy took it to the States, and they stuck it in the
house. If you look at the way Amy Farrah Fowler put it, that's where she put the hypothesis that chain of event, not the warehouse, but the actual opening and all that's the premise.
That would have still happened.
Whether Indy was there or not.
Yeah. Marion would have died, though.
Would she have been there?
No, Marion would have died when they came to get the headpiece. They would have killed her for it. When they go to her bar,
because Indy saves her.
Indy saves her.
So yeah.
So there you go.
Or that it just took it from her.
Yeah.
and she would. So we don't know if she would have died or not. But the end
Marianne,
result,
she wasn't going to give it up.
they would have still got the headpiece.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing I love about like the shows like The Big Bang Theory. It's like there's no other show on the planet would have ever totally ripped apart Indiana Jones and actually made you go,
Wait a second.
I need to watch this again, which I did twice.
Space Pirates. I don't remember Space. I remember Ice Pirates.
Space Pirates.
I remember Ice Pirates. That's a classic.
There is one scene in Indiana Jones that is a complete falsehood. Like it is like literally short of the Ark of the Covenant, but physically could not be done. That's the submarine scene. When he jumped off the ship, got to the submarine. Number one,
why didn't they submerge?
You're not going to get in it because all the hatches close from the inside.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be going underwater with it. They're not going to stay on the surface the whole time because it wastes fuel and batteries. So that scene right there, totally impossible.
Well, wasn't that one of the premises when they go to see the special screening? It addresses the whole submarine issue. That was the extra 30 seconds that solves that.
Yeah.
Which I don't think exists. But.
Yeah. Because there was no, so he couldn't have got into even if he could have got into the submarine. World War II submarines have 3 entrances. You have a forward and an aft hatches, and you have the conning tower.
Okay.
The 2 in the front and back, you don't open those at all unless you literally have to evacuate. So the conning tower is the only way in. Mm-hmm. That goes right into the main command center that is fully occupied. So he couldn't have got in that way.
Yeah.
He'd have got caught.
Yeah.
So the only option he had was to hang on to the side of it for God knows how many miles.
Yeah. But they never say how far they go, so maybe the island was just right over there.
I guess. I mean, it was a pebble skip away.
Yeah.
That's the way my brain works when it comes to movies, especially if I rewatch them. He's in a care home searching for his medication. That's a good one. All right, so we've got Moon Knight, we've got Halo. Predictions. What'll be the next series or something that they try to develop for
Disney Plus or just in
Paramount? Like I said, they've done Moon Knight now.
Well, I know the next season of The Boys is coming out pretty soon.
See, that's already been done though.
So a new series.
And Moon Knight's DC.
Well, Miss Marvel's the next Disney Plus thing.
Right, but that's Marvel.
That's Marvel.
So DC wise.
Oh, DC wise. I don't know if they have anything planned for them.
What would be a cool one though?
Ooh.
Feel free to chime in.
That's a very good question. You didn't give me any one. Werewolf by Night. That's Marvel.
If we think of DC characters, that could be a TV show. Batman, of course.
I'm not sure if this has been confirmed. I believe I've heard rumors
the
of the
Riddler
Lantern Corps.
Origins would be cool. Yes.
Well, they're doing a Penguin
Lobo.
TV series.
That's true. Lobo.
Lobo would be cool. The Green Lantern Corps would be cool.
But they've already done a movie of that.
Well, yeah. But I mean, it's not part of
I think
this
it'd be
universe.
cool to do, because they did it with the parts of the DC show, but a Red Hood show. Like just Red Hood.
Yeah.
Deathstroke.
Well, he's in Teen Titans, so.
Right. But I mean, I would love to see a Deathstroke show. I think that'd be cool. Because it'd almost be like Punisher.
Yeah.
Lobo would be cool. Red Hood would be cool. Deathstroke would be cool.
I think Lobo, because I mean, as far as the DC universe goes, they really haven't gotten into the galactic stuff.
Yeah.
So Galactic Bounty Hunter, that'd be cool.
A Joker show would be cool. Like an Origins. I mean, we've seen hints, little tidbits.
Did you see the deleted scene they released from the Batman with the Joker in it?
I haven't even. I've watched very little about the new Batman.
Okay.
I'm waiting on it to actually
It
come
was
out.
cool.
Yeah, Deathstroke would be amazing because who is the Joker? I know the scene you're talking about. And I'm trying to picture in my head. He's a pretty famous actor though, right?
I believe he's Irish, but he was in the Eternals.
Yes.
He was the mind control guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
I can't either.
Help us out, chat.
But I think Deathstroke and Red Hood are probably my two favorite DC characters, just because of they're cool as all crap. I mean, especially Deathstroke. Deathstroke is just a badass. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Which he showed up at the end of
Druid.
Batman vs Superman. Yeah, he played Druid.
And that dude who was in Magic Mike, he was a werewolf.
He's a big Dungeons and Dragons guy.
He was in freaking daggum Big Bang Theory. Michael, no. Oh.
No.
But he actually played a good Deathstroke in that small snippet he was in.
He was in like Stingers and
Joe,
Guillaume.
thank you.
That.
Charlie's like the wealth of like.
There you go, Charlie. Barry Keoghan. There you go.
But yeah, I think
That was the guy that played Joker.
yes,
Barry Keoghan.
because if you remember Gotham, the TV show Gotham, that young Joker dude,
Yeah.
I thought was amazing. I mean, he even had the smile without the makeup. I was like, this would have been a really cool young man to actually do an origin story for Joker.
Well, that was what I liked about No Way Home is they finally let Willem Dafoe use his face for the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
I'm like, they should have just done that from the beginning because his face was more terrifying than the mask.
I will say this though about No Way, the last Spider-Man movie.
No Way Home.
The Tobey Maguire in that was so much better than in his Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he got a little bit more
He didn't
personality.
look stupid like he did in his movie. You know, he just I don't know. He just looked weird. His face expressions.
In my opinion, they still haven't nailed Spider-Man in the movies yet.
William Dafoe would definitely make a good Joker.
You ever seen that? There's some monologue he did, and somebody went in and added Joker makeup to him.
Yeah.
It's
I actually had that
terrifying.
picture for a while because they did one of Trump and Hillary,
Yeah.
William Dafoe. Yes. But yeah, that would be William Dafoe. I've loved him ever since Platoon. He was great in Platoon. But yeah, I like the idea of them doing shows like Moon Knight because it's something completely different and it's not the normal. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't care about Superman anymore. Batman is Batman.
Yeah. How many times can we see Batman?
I mean, I'm going to cause some controversy, but I still think Christian Bale's my favorite Batman, just for the simple fact that
Favorite Batman movie?
Bane, Dark Knight,
Dark Knight
Rises, yeah.
Okay.
Bane's like Tom Hardy is, I mean, just amazing.
Batman Returns. It's my
Batman
all-time
Returns.
favorite.
I mean,
It's my childhood. That was my defining
Yeah.
Batman. And I think it was better than the first one.
Jack Nicholson's so far my favorite Joker, just because it's Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, and you know, Prince doing the soundtrack for it was great. Even though the director didn't like to have Prince there because he didn't think he could be a what do you call them, score
Yeah.
for a movie, and I think he did a great job at it.
We didn't do the score,
But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I mean,
he did.
having a score and having a pop artist work together was never done before.
Yeah.
Until that movie. But yeah, I still like Christian Bale's Batman. I think, and the reason why is because Ben Affleck was too big. You know. Sorry.
Michael Keaton.
Nipple Batman.
Oh, George Clooney.
Yeah, George Clooney just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't feel. Michael Keaton. Yeah, to me, Michael Keaton, it would have been like having Bruce Willis play Batman because
The comedy.
Yeah,
He's more a comedic actor.
but when you look at the physical appearance,
Or at least at the time, he was a comedic actor.
yeah, and I think Christian Bale actually moved better in the suits.
Well, the suit was better by far.
It was definitely better. But I like the fact that Christian Bale, those Batman movies, is if you look at George Clooney, Michael Keaton, if you look at all the previous Batmans.
There's Val Kilmer.
Oh my God, no, I didn't. I left him out. But you never saw them get their butts kicked like in Christian Bale, and to me that was important because Batman is just a dude. You know, he's not. He's just like all of us. He's just got like a little bit of protective suiting on, but he can still get his butt kicked. And I mean, Bane kicked his butt like royally.
He broke his back.
And threw him in a pit. So that's the part I liked about that Batman.
Yes, Blue Sasquatch, this is live.
Because it just gave it to the fact that Batman is just a freaking billionaire that can play a superhero.
I think you're going to like the new Batman. I think you are.
I mean, I just hope, like I said, I'm just afraid that it would be too dark. That's the only thing, sort of like the Game of Thrones show. You know, I like to see things.
I don't think that was really an issue. I went and saw it in IMAX, but I could always tell what was going on, so that wasn't ever an issue.
That's good. I mean, my only complaint with the Batman right now is the fact that the McFarlane Toys motorcycles suck when it comes to figures. I love the motorcycles. They just don't fit nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to address something.
Is it the scale or is it just the figures won't articulate right?
I think the motorcycles are just slightly too big. Because I want to address something here. All right. So here's the thing. What's up, Tim?
What's up, man?
Because there was a comment made, and I do agree with the comment, but I'd also disagree with the comment. And I'm going to explain why.
Okay.
So, and I can't remember who made the comment. It's a regular. Was talking about seeing lots of people that can't touch the ground on a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
You do see that in dirt bikes, motocross.
Yeah.
Because that's just the way they're designed. If you cannot touch the ground on a motorcycle, you cannot stop on a motorcycle, or you fall down.
Mm-hmm.
That's my big premise with the drifter bike. The feet literally just touch the pegs.
I know nothing about motorcycles, never been on a motorcycle. So whenever you stop, should both feet be able to touch the ground,
yes.
or should you just be able to lean?
Both feet should touch the ground. Now, they don't have to touch flat-footed, but you should be able to at least touch your toes.
Okay.
For stability.
So I think the motorcycles are just a hair too big.
They are too big because the feet go to the pegs, and that's it. And Lobo's a tall figure, and Lobo actually cannot touch both feet to the ground.
Barely. Yeah.
So that's my big dilemma with it. Is the detail are great. They're amazing motorcycles. The scale is off. Now, can you use them in the background? Yeah, great. But here's point number 2, because there have been people that have done some really cool photos using the drifter bike and the Bruce Wayne figure.
Yeah.
Without the helmet. If you put the helmet on, it does not go back far enough, so when he's like this. Last time I looked, you can't ride a motorcycle like this. Just saying. Not like this.
Monster Squad.
Oh, Monster Squad.
Wolfman's got nards. That's my favorite part of the movie.
Monster Squad. Do you think? Okay, because it's about time. We're gonna go. We're gonna go look at some stores for a minute because I want to go see if GameStop's got any Boss figures. Just saying.
I'd have to get one because Republic Commandos were my all-time favorite games.
Those Boss figures. If you haven't seen my
I know
review,
I'm out of Black Series, but I might get back in for those.
here's what I did. Did you see my review on those yet?
Yes.
Did you see what I did with the pack from the the Rogue One stormtroopers that had the pack with the big antenna on
You
it.
swap them out?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I put a pack on it, and it looks great.
Awesome.
So, do you think we've seen a lot of remakes? You know, we just had the Ghostbuster remake. Ooh, Star Motion Pictures 6-scale figures tested.
Ooh.
Star Trek. Do you think, and this is for everybody, it would be a good or a bad idea to remake Back to the Future?
No. Don't touch it. Do not touch Back to the Future. They are smart to have just, they did their trilogy, they wrapped it
Because
up.
you know,
and
you
it's
brought
done.
back all the original Ghostbusters.
Don't care. No, you don't mess with Back to the Future.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
So that's like a movie that should never be.
I mean, you can do a similar premise or something. Definitely don't remake it. Like if you want to do something where,
Even if you call it a reboot.
or do like Marty's kids are going back or something to today or something. I don't know, but no, just no. I wouldn't mess with Back to the Future.
Now, should they have stopped at just Back to the Future? Did it get crazy?
I actually love the entire trilogy.
Okay.
And Back to the Future 2 introduces the hoverboard, which is iconic.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows the hoverboard.
Nolan collects. He actually works at the same company I work for, just in a different state. He said it was perfect.
Yeah, and then the Old West. Yeah, no, you don't mess with it.
Do you like the way they did Egon into the?
That new Ghostbusters movie was phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
I teared up at the end.
Yep.
My wife actually watched it and really liked it.
I thought that
She's
was
not
great
a Ghostbusters
how they
person.
did Egon's character.
Yeah, it was real clever. The best virtual character I've ever seen on screen. It was smart they didn't let him talk.
Yes.
Because talking is where it
Yes.
always falls apart. So Michael
Yes.
just don't let him talk.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Emotional when he shows
And
up.
even bringing the original guys back,
Yeah.
you know, especially when they got slammed into the car and they got, I forgot how much this hurt. You
Yeah.
know?
It's Chris Columbus did Back to the Future, right? He's stated it's like not touching it. There will never be a
I
remake,
mean, I
there'll be a
agree with
reboot,
it because
leave it
honestly,
alone.
the only thing you could do to it would be redo it like they're doing Maverick and Top Gun.
Yeah.
Just different people. You know, but I will say.
It'd be like remaking Star Wars.
Which, you know, here's the crazy part. And I know we're running a little over, just that's fine. Like Star Trek Strange World, right?
Yeah,
It's
Strange
got
New World.
Captain Pike in it.
Yeah.
Which, here's the beauty of the way they could do Star Wars. Like, Captain Pike really wasn't ever showed
Yeah.
except in Discovery and the Star Trek movie with Pine.
Yeah, the first Star Trek with J.J.
So
Abrams.
you could actually bring some of these
That's what I
characters
wanted
you
to do.
sort of heard of.
Well, I think that's kind of what Star Wars is doing because
Yeah.
they're supposed to be doing that Rogue Squadron movie, which I'm hoping will be based during the original trilogy. And it's just, you know, it's an X-Wing squadron that's doing other stuff while Luke and them are doing their thing. They're
Yeah.
off doing this other stuff. Like, I want to see that.
See, I wish they would expand on like the Death Watch troopers, Mandalore. I wish they would do an actual show of Mandalore
Yeah.
and its fall, you know, and the Darth Maul connection. That would be really cool. And you wouldn't even have to have any really top named people in it. You could really just create something just like in Ghostbusters.
I mean, they've already got Bo-Katan just to go back
Right.
and show what was going on during the original trilogy. What was it, the Night of 1,000 Tears or whatever
Yeah.
it was, when they killed off, like, show what led up to that.
I mean,
Like,
how many heavy Mandalorians are they? Is he just the one?
I don't know.
But that would be something that would be so awesome to actually, in the Republic Commando stuff they're doing.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff. They could do some really neat. I mean, because face it, Mandalorian's in Book of Fett,
Yeah.
so you could do some cross.
Oh, yeah. All those shows are going to be crossing over. I've got a feeling that they're all going to be building up to a big conflict with Thrawn. out in the outer reaches. Or
See, that would be cool. A Thrawn Origins would be cool. I mean, there's a lot of...
Which, that's kind of what the novels are right now. But
True. All right, guys. We're done. We're going to go to Hot Topic, GameStop. Oh, I got the chase last week.
I saw that. I did not, but you already knew that.
We're going to see what else we can find. So there may be some bonus footage today.
Uh-oh.
You never know. Even though Walgreens has been letting me down.
I haven't been into Walgreens.
Guys, I hope y'all have a great rest of the week. And hey, for the 66 people in here, check out Nolan Collects. He's got a YouTube channel up in Chicago, does some really cool stuff. Definitely one of the mods, if you can find the link, put it in the chat for everybody. But yeah, check out Nolan Collects. Got a good channel. So anyway, guys, talk to you later. Hope you have a great rest of the day and a great rest of the weekend. Peace. Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Who's gonna?